People of Reddit, what are some of the greatest quotes of all time? Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and to remove all doubt. Mark Twain. Isn't it funny how, day by day, nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different? C.S. Lewis. If only it were all so simple, if only there were evil people somewhere insidiously committing evil deeds, and it were necessary only to separate them from the rest of us and destroy them. But the line dividing good and evil cuts through the heart of every human being. And who is willing to destroy a piece of his own heart? Alexander Solzhenitsyn, The Gulag Archipelago. I'm going to Texas. Davy Crockett, after getting ousted from his seat in Congress by a group led by Andrew Jackson because Crockett opposed the Indian Relocation Act that led to the Trail of Tears. Never half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing. Ron Swanson. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Søren Kierkegaard. We who lived in concentration camps can remember the men who walked through the huts comforting others, giving away their last piece of bread. They offer sufficient proof that everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Viktor Frankl. He was determined to discover the underlying logic behind the universe, which was going to be hard because there wasn't one, and it's vital to remember who you really are. It's very important. It isn't a good idea to rely on other people or things to do it for you. You see, they always get it wrong. Both Terry Pratchett. I never said all that shit, Confucius. Not my circus, not my monkeys. It's my mantra for dealing with other people's drama. I'm against picketing, but I don't know how to show it. Mitch Hedberg. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. We judge ourselves by our intentions, but others by their actions. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Dr. Seuss. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. A person is smart, people are dumb. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thomas A. Edison. Well, fuck, that didn't work. Lord Cornwallis, maybe. I can resist everything except temptation. Oscar Wilde. It's relatable, funny, and shows how our human nature can sometimes get the best of us. Plus, it's a great excuse to use when we give in to those late-night cravings for pizza. Nothing fucks you harder than time. Sir Davos Seaworth. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Sucker Punch. Brush your teeth or you will be sorry when you're older, Mom. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates Itrib. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Oscar Gamble. Never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor and it can never he used to hurt you. One moment of patience in a moment of anger can save 1,000 moments of regret. That which can be asserted without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. Christopher Hitchens. I wish it need not have happened in my time, said Frodo. So do I, said Gandalf, and so do all who live to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. J.R.R. Tolkien. I don't need a ride, I need ammunition. The world ends when you're dead. Until then, you got more punishment in store. Stand it like a man and give some back. All swearing in. Dying ain't much of a living boy. Josie Wales. It is difficult to get a man to understand something when his salary depends upon his not understanding it. Upton Sinclair. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. An entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes. Working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need. We're the middle children of the history man, no purpose or place. We have no great war, no great depression. Our great war is a spiritual war. Our great depression is our lives. Tyler Durden. Provide for your children so they can do anything. But don't give them so much that they can do nothing. Warren Buffett. There are two things infinite in the universe and human stupidity. Albert Einstein. There is no fate but what we make John Connor. Valmeet Blazer. After being accused of being two-faced, Abe Lincoln said, "If I had two faces, you think I'd be wearing this one?" Almost anything Joe Dirt said. Didn't want to post the whole text, the final speech from the great dictator. The more one knows, the more one knows one doesn't know. Few people have the imagination for reality growth. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging 2119. Too much is never enough, the philosopher Mick Jagger. The thing about hope is that it is just as dangerous as it is comforting. Horror author whose name I unfortunately forgot. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Follow your heart, kid, and you'll never go wrong. Be curious, not judgmental. Know all the theories, master all the techniques, but as you touch a human soul, be just another human soul. Carl Jung. Power resides where men believe it resides. The ability to quote is a serviceable substitute for wit. Somerset Maugham. Sincerity is the key. If you can fake that, you got it made. Civis pacem para bellum vegetius. If you want peace, prepare for war. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. You can't fool me again. G.W. Bush. Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. Oscar Wilde. It's like such a mood. Do or do not, there is no try. Yoda. There's no such thing as a painless lesson. They just don't exist. Sacrifices are necessary. You can't gain anything without losing something first. Although, if you can endure that pain and walk away from it, you'll find that you now have a heart strong enough to overcome any obstacle. Edward Elric, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Gregory, why would you sow secretly? Why would you prune privately? Why would you call clandestinely, hidden hoeing and whatnot? The reward for good work is more work. Jim Butcher, small favor, I use this at work constantly when I'm deciding assignments. Monthly's thing, but burn, like fabulous yellow Roman candles exploding like spiders across the stars, and in the middle you see the blue center light pop and everybody goes, ah, Kerouac. A bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. Chinese proverb. Get busy living or get busy dying. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul that sings the song without the words and never stops at all. Emily Dickinson. Never believe what you read on the internet. Abraham Lincoln. That's what she said. Michael Scott. Mr. Blutarsky 0.0. Hey now. Don't be mean. We don't have to be mean. 'Cause, remember, no matter where you go, there you are. Buckaroo Banzai. No amount of money ever bought a second of time. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. I am God, thou art God. Everything that groks is God. Robert A. Heinlein. For small creatures such as we, the vastness of the universe is made bearable only through love. Carl Sagan. You know they say that all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak and I'm not normal, so you got a 25 at best at beat me. Then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastic go down. See the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33-1-3 chance of winning, but I got a 66-3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even gonna try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 33-1-3 chance minus my 25 chance and you got an 8-1-3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75 chance of winning if we was to go one-on-one, and then at 6-3%, I got 141-3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice. Scott Steiner. Custer had it coming. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. It is better to light a candle than curse the darkness. Eleanor Roosevelt. Thanks for watching.